My next guest was on the show a couple of months ago, and I had to get him back because he's a pioneer. He's a visionary. He created and managed the supergroup Destiny Child. We met back in Houston, Texas, back in the day. He possesses an MBA and Ph.D. in strategic planning and organizational culture from Cornerstone Christian Bible College. Holds a professorship at Texas Southern University, TSU, in Houston, Texas, where he teaches both undergraduate and graduate level courses on the entertainment industry in the School of Communications and Entrepreneurship and Texas Southern University School of Business. He is the founder of Music World Entertainment and Knowles Institute, which offers entrepreneurial, entertainment, and music business courses. On my show today, we'll be discussing all of these things and his new book, Racism in the Eyes of a Child. Please welcome, I want to call him a frat brother, I want to call him a good friend. Please welcome to Money Making Conversations, Mathew Knowles.
Hey, Rushion, can you hear me better today, my brother?
Wow, Mathew. Much better, man. Wow, my man. I love you, man. Because we got something to talk about, man. First of all, congratulations on who you are. Okay?
Well, thank you. Thank you a lot, man. You know, I have a great team of people, great artists, and it takes a team to really have the success that we've had.
And I'm going to tell you something. I learned that, you know, you can jump out there and you can get your hustle on, but you need a team to bring success to you, long-term success. And that's what you have now, right now. You have long-term success. Because, you know, when I met you, we both met in 92 in Houston, Texas. Had to get your hustle on with Destiny Child. I was getting my hustle on before I started managing Steve. Just wanted to be a stand-up comedy, running a hip-hop comedy stop. And
right there on Main Street.
Right there on Main Street. And with that being said, you know, we look back and we see that this is what I love about this conversation. This is why I wanted to bring you back is this, Mathew, is that what you're doing today is something you've always been doing. You know, entrepreneurship, motivation, telling people how to be successful when they have doubts about being successful. Also, walking through walls that people tell you you cannot go through. That's what makes you special. And when you're motivating people, what is the basis of your motivation to young people or to people in the entrepreneurial world?
So this is a true story. So they have the AKA convention here in Houston, 35,000 AKAs. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting at a restaurant outside on the patio. Mm-hmm. This 15-year-old girl is selling these house shoes, mm-hmm. and they're the pink and green house shoes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But she had on white house shoes. And I called the young lady over and I said, well, why don't you have the pink and green house shoes that you're trying to sell? Mm-hmm. She says, well, these get dirty. I said, no. Put on the pink and green. And I said, by the way, ask the ladies if they don't buy them, ask them for a donation. You'll make way more money just getting donation. Mm-hmm. She says, sir, I'm going to try this for 10 minutes, sir. She came back in 10 minutes. She had made $100-some.
Just by changing her philosophy.
Yeah, and doing it differently and more effectively.
And that's what people don't do in business. They like, oh, this is my vision. They don't want to change. There's no flexibility in the change. One of the things that people always tell me, go, Rushion, you are the king of change. You're a writer. You was a comedian. You were active. You've done modeling work. You produced. You managed talent. You've created TV shows. I tell them that's called multiple streams of income, and you believe in that model too, don't you?
Absolutely. You know, we do the same exact thing. You know, we have streams of income in music and mm-hmm. and movies and in education. Mm-hmm. Multiple streams of income.
Now, being a Texas Southerner, let's talk about your role in molding young minds, education, because when I read your book, education was very important. First of all, let me tell everybody, this man can sing. If you read his book, you find that I didn't know about you, Mathew.
I don't talk about that.
Mathew, I didn't know you could carry a note till I read your book. You know what I'm saying? You be going around there. Where did you get the daddy? The daddy. That's where the voice came from. The kids, the daddy. So let's talk about that, man. The fun thing about this is why I wanted to bring on the show. First of all, the audio was bad, and I want everybody to know that telling your story, sometimes it's good to get your story out. Let somebody else like Rushion McDonald help you tell your story. And the fact that you could sing, and the fact that you came from this small country town and you wanted to get out of it, and it shaped who you are today. And that's what this book is all about, and that's why you wrote it, correct?
Yeah, well, that's certainly one of the reasons. I learned one of the things, Rushion, that if you and I, at this point in our life, if we don't tell our story, somebody else will tell it. Mm-hmm. And it will be his story. It won't be our story. Mm-hmm. So it's important that I tell my story, because I listen to people, man. I hear all kind of people manage Beyonce, put the group together. They were responsible for it. And I was like, well, I don't remember these people.
I love it. Believe me, with Steve, there's a lot of people that done a lot of things with Steve Harvey that I did. You know what I'm saying? So, but they out there taking credit, and that's why I tell people today, it's called branding. It's not bragging. It's called branding. And taking credit. It's called, if it's on the internet, make sure your name's attached where it's supposed to be attached. Because that's how you generate revenue, and that's how you generate credibility. Because as soon as people say your name, they'll Google you. And
exactly.
And if it's not matching up, it can cost you a relationship. It can cost you money, and also can cost you a deal. And so that's why when you said that is so true. How people, if you allow them, they will take credit for your hard work. So that's all a part of the branding process. And I'm sure that is a big part of your conversation when you're talking to students.
It is. Branding is everything. And a lot of folks don't understand branding or endorsements, opportunity. I enjoy teaching. I might not be at Texas Southern this semester. Mm-hmm. There's a possibility. I actually have 3 offers on the table. Mm-hmm. One might be in Atlanta, but
come on, brother.
I'm looking forward to this upcoming semester. I'm going to have to make that decision in the next 2 to 3 weeks where I'm going to be. But I have 2 HBCUs and a PWA. Mm-hmm. And for those of you who don't know, that's a private white institution, predominantly white institution, PWA. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited about getting more involved in academia, writing my 4th book. I just, finished Racism from the Eyes of a Child. The next one is The Emancipation of Slaves Through Music. And it talks about on that slave ship that how music saved our people, and how they used music to escape even from slavery. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking forward to academia and getting more involved.
Now, with that being said, you say you have offers to go out. What is the vision? What is the vision of? Because this is not music world. This is not about artists. This is about academia. Explain to me, what is the future for you in that lane?
Well, I'm 66 years old. Mm-hmm.
And look great. Shockingly, I didn't know, because you don't look. There's a lot of people out there 66 can't say that.
Oh yeah,
they look they look 66.
Right. I'm glad you said it.
Hey, Matthew. I know we're about to go to break, but I gotta tell you this. You be looking at people going, "Do I look like that?" And you go home and look in the mirror, and go, "No, I don't know what they doing." But they need to stop what they're doing, because you look fantastic, because, you embrace life. You embrace your age. And a lot of people shut down. They hear the word 65. They think they're supposed to bend their back over and retire. You are still planning a brighter future. That's why you look the way you look.
I'm around young people, which also helps.
And guess what? If you're around young people, they will not let you slow down. We'll be back with more with my man, Mathew Knowles, frat brother.
Frat brother.
Q Sci-Fi. Today out there telling a little AKA young lady out there, young future AKA person, how to sell stuff. Because in the end, just because you see it one way, other people can see it differently. Listen to advice. We'll be right back with more Money Making Conversation. Keep winning, everybody. Hi, this is Rushion McDonald. You're listening to Money Making Conversations. On the phone is out from Houston, Texas right now is Mathew Knowles. Mathew, graduate, 1974, Fisk University. Basketball star. Can sing. all these things I didn't know about you, young man.
I can sing a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you something. I can sing a little bit. See, I'm the person that, you know, like I say, if the room is loud enough, you know, if it's loud enough and you like me, I can sing. Now, if you really want me to get in front of a church and mess up one of them good church songs, I'm your man. Now, you were singing in the church, so you need to stop talking to me, brother.
You funny, man.
Because of the fact that when you talk about the academics and stuff, Knowles Institute, please tell us about Knowles Institute, because I really want to get all the business side out and also about the book and this break here, because of the fact that, Matthew, I'm gonna keep hyping you, man, because you're a humble guy like me. And one thing I've learned about being humble, people can not give you the credit you deserve. People can kind of like pay you, not what you're worth. And I that's what I've learned about being Rushion McDonald, is that Rushion McDonald has to tell everybody who he is. And that's not a bad thing these days. That's what social media is all about.
It's not.
And you have to be consistent about it. And so when you was on the show the first time, I immediately said, I got to get him back, because that's not the Mathew Knowles I want people to know. Because I want people to know that there's a journey. And it all started in Alabama.
In Gaston, Alabama. You know, I saw Jesse Jackson. He was here yesterday, and when I was a little kid, 12, 13 years old, I was demonstrating in Gaston, Alabama with Jesse Jackson. Mm-hmm. And it just took me back seeing him. A lot of people don't realize how many young kids were involved in that movement. Mm-hmm. I'm talking 12, 13, 14-year-old kids that got beat. Mm-hmm. Electric Pride got put in jail. Mm-hmm. I had a 15-year-old first cousin that one day he got arrested 3 times. Mm. A lot of people gave up a lot so that we can have the opportunity to vote. Mm-hmm. And a lot of black folks don't use that opportunity, which really angers me, mm-hmm. that we went through all of that and people still don't go vote.
And voting is the economic changer. And that's why it's important that people, if you notice in voting process, they'll try to change the redistricting to try to make adjustments out there. We have to be aware of those different things. And that's why I say it's all about it. I will tell people about education too. It's a game changer too. And you're a proponent of education. I tell people this jokingly, they can't repo your degree. Once that degree gets on that wall, they can't take it back away from you. And right. I think that's important, and that's what you promote. And that's what, now talk to me about the Knowles Institute.
So I believe, just like what's happened in music, you mm-hmm. know, 10 years ago, yes, we had CDs, mm-hmm. and we always thought it was going to be CDs, and now we're streaming. Right.
And
the same thing is going to happen to education.
Hey, Matthew, we went from 8-track. Now, let's go back on me and you.
You had the cardboard, it's on the side so it wouldn't slip. Be on track 1 and then it jumps to track 7.
Press that repeat button, brother. Press that repeat button so you hear that same track. You know what I'm talking about, man. I love talking to Matthew. Matthew ain't never had an interview like this. He said, man, it's like I'm talking to my cousin.
I know, man. It's like we just on the phone talking, man.
So, because, you know, you had the 8 tracks, then you had the albums with the liners. You could get the lyrics. You can't get the lyrics anymore. You know, that's what always messes me up. You got to go online.
Today, they don't want to read.
No, they don't want to read. And then,
but the same thing I think is going to happen to education. I think the brick and mortar buildings mm-hmm. are going to be empty. 20 years from now, mm-hmm. 50% of these schools are going to be empty. Right. Because these younger kids today, mm-hmm. they're in that digital mode. They on that phone, they're on that computer. Mm-hmm. They ain't going to want to get dressed up and mm-hmm. drive and all of that when they can sit at home mm-hmm. and have the same similar learning experience mm-hmm. online. Mm-hmm. And so the Knowles Institute is online continuing mm-hmm. education. The other thing I believe is that as we look at education today, the future is going to be less and less getting degrees. People are going to want to learn something. Right. I'm not going to want to go 4 years and take history and biology when I really just want to be a music manager. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to take music management courses.
The interesting thing about when you look back how life has really changed, especially online education, the big one used to be Phoenix. That's what now. You get online education at the University of Houston. You get online education at Texas Southern, Michigan University. Online education, like you said, that's the wave now. That's how people are moving. They want to stay home. They want to be able to control their schedule. But also, what that creates is people not connecting with people. You kind of lose that disconnect there if you just gonna stay and run your world from your phone. And that's why you still go out there and you still teach. You still interact with the students. That's important, correct?
Very important. But I have to say that in my 25 years of music world, my record label and management company, I have never, ever interviewed anyone and asked them, what is your degree in? So if I'm interviewing somebody for marketing, my question is, what have you done in marketing?
And if that is their resume relationship build to you. Now, your resume included corporate life because it's Xerox. So you had a natural salesman background, which carries over to how you're able to deliver your message so eloquently now. Because you've always been able to take a product and then market it and then introduce it to somebody and then sell it and make it a commodity that they want.
There's a secret, though, Rushion. My philosophy in selling is people first buy me.
Wow.
Then they buy my product.
Say that again, Matthew. That's a church moment. That's a church moment right there. That's a church moment.
People first buy me, then they buy my product. Because if I don't sell you on me, it don't matter what my product is.
That's really, and something, and that's what I've been doing. I sell people on my relationship. I sell people on my name. I sell people on the fact that if I say something that I'm gonna do it, I do it. So they've learned to trust your brand and your situation. You were saying because before the word brand was so popular, now your name was your brand, and so people trust your name and trust what you said you're gonna do. That's how you were winning, and that's the basis of marketing, correct?
Well, I call that talk-to-do ratio. Talk-to-do ratio.
Listen, he got all kind of little phrases over here. Talk-to-do ratio. He been talking way too much, man. Y'all better go to Knowles Institute today. Okay, you go today over there, junior college, 4-year college. You better go to Knowles Institute right now. Find out what you can do right now and get it on. Because a lot of these young people, because we're in the 18 to 34, that's the entrepreneurship era. That lifestyle, that's the mentality of that group of people that you're talking to. Like you said, you keep young people in your life, Matthew, and that's the reason for that.
Yeah.
And you're going to keep winning like that. And so how can we get that book? I'm sure the book is still out there on Amazon.com and things like that.
And you can go to MathewKnowles.com and you can find out about the Knowles Institute.
Well, he's just selling himself. MathewKnowles.com.
You can go to MathewKnowles.com with 1 T. You can find out about all three books. I'm one of the only blacks on the board of Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Congratulations.
You can go there and find out information on Make-A-Wish and give a donation. We need money so that we can give these kids their last dream and their last wish. So everything is there at MathewKnowles.com.
And that's I hope this is a good call for you there, Matthew, because of the fact that I just wanted to share people. I knew nothing about MakeAWish.com. They didn't know you was a basketball star. They didn't know you could sing. You come from a corporate background. You are a visionary. You. It's all about uplift. It's all about taking people to the next level, and also about sharing the brand relationships. Be yourself first, and everything else falls in line. Wow. That's special, man. Don't change, okay?
Well, I hope, brother, we should be doing this hopefully, once a quarter. I'd like to come on if I could.
Hey, Matthew, you on. You better not come to Atlanta. I'm going to wear you out.
Good.
No, once a quarter, man. Once a quarter, you on. Give me some social media banners. But that's why I wanted to get you back on, man, because we got an interesting journey that we shared together, man, and entertainment, and both of us are moving to the next level in our life about entrepreneurship, and also educating that next group. And I want to make sure that you understand you got a friend. And once a quarter, you own Money Making Conversations, brother.
Well, thanks a lot, man. I look forward to talking to you next time. God bless you. Look forward to breaking bread with you soon. Omega Psi Phi, my frat brother.
Till the day we die.